Hello and welcome to Beach Hero. Today we are live from Bournemouth. My name is Tess.
And my name is Bente. And in this show we meet all kinds of inspiring people who spread positivity on and around the beach.
From conversations with world record holding lifeguards to exercising with an adaptive surfing champion.
Let our reporters take you on a journey around Bournemouth to meet these lovely heroes. Put on your sunglasses and relax, because this is Beach Heroes.
Hello everyone! Today we are here at the beautiful Bournemouth Pier, which I've heard has a lot to offer, right Marit?
Yeah, indeed Marcy. Bournemouth Pier has so many fun activities that you can try. They have the zip lining, the helter-skelter and of course the Ferris wheel.
Yes, the Ferris wheel, we have to try that, Mar, right?
No, we really can't. We have a tight schedule and we have to meet lots of beach heroes.
Oh.
Come on.
So Marit, the first thing you think of when you think of beach heroes, isn't it lifeguards?
Oh yes, and I've always wanted to know what it's like to be a lifeguard.
Let's go meet them then.
Yeah, let's go.
Before we see if Marit and Marcy have what it takes to be lifeguards, let's speak to the professionals Elaine and Chris. They're here with us today. Welcome.
Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. So Chris, you both have been lifeguarding for quite a while now.
Quite a while, yeah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, yes, I came to Bournemouth in 1965 and I started, well in fact I'd been in Bournemouth a year before, did a variety of training through school to be part of the St John's ambulance, and as a 15-year-old, I was into collecting badges. So I went to our local swimming pool, which is Stokewood Road, to do life-saving qualification. So I went, and basically a year later I'd got the highest award that the Royal Life Saving Society do, and a gentleman then said, who was our coach, said, we're having a meeting to start Bournemouth Lifeguards. And that was in 1965. Wow. And that's when I got my certificate.
Yeah, can you show us?
And this is my certificate here, which I got from Guinness Book of Records.
Yeah.
I did ask them whether it included a free glass of Guinness, but they said no, it's
They
not.
did not?
It's not that sort. So yeah, from then I went on and I volunteered for a long time locally, and our club used to do duties at the beach voluntarily, and in 1970 I then went to college and became a school teacher, and I was a school teacher for 30 years, all the time doing life saving and lifeguarding, and then I finished teaching. I had a little bit of anxiety, depression, and the advice at the time was to get on and do some physical activity. So I actually went to see the RLI and they said, yep, come and do this, and these are the fitness criteria. So I went, joined them, did that, and I've been doing that now for 20 years.
So, that's quite a long time.
I had a great time, yeah.
And Elaine, you also met each other on a job, right?
No, I plucked up courage to actually turn up at the pool for Bournemouth Lifeguards one evening, and that's where we met. And obviously, was it a couple of years later we got married, and we've been together ever since. And it's part of our life, lifeguarding, teaching people, training people up to become lifeguards and to be safe in and around water, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
And it's our 50th wedding anniversary next March.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
A lot of anniversaries.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's more of a congratulations for Elaine, really.
So Chris, for you, what's been the best part about being a lifeguard?
Oh, meeting Elaine, of course. Well, it's just that it's nice to be outside. It's lovely to help people. And I think that's really the main thing. because, you know, I know we all like to think that the beach is always nice and sunny, but very often it's not.
Yeah.
And it's a case of being there and thinking, well, when it's the days that I worry the most about are the days where you think it's really going to be quiet.
Yeah.
It's a bit wet, windy, overcast, and you think, oh, there's nobody there. And you've got to keep looking at the water, because that's when that person is going to sneak out, go in the water and get into trouble, and you didn't see them. And that for me is a nightmare. Mm-hmm. But trying to be there and encourage new people to make the beach safe.
Talking about trying, I think our reporters recently joined a lifeguard session with you on the beach.
Oh,
I think
yes.
that went quite well.
Yes, it went very well. I was very impressed that they were happy to get in the water. Luckily, the weather wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But everything we asked them to do, they had a go. They did some running. They did water entries, exits.
I think we should take a look at that right now.
Okay.
So let's take a look.
Nice to meet you.
Hello, I'm Elaine.
I'm Chris.
Hi, I'm Elaine. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Martin.
Martin, all right. You're going to have a taster to lifeguarding today.
We need to make sure you get kitted up so you don't get too cold.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Wonderful day at the beach.
Yes.
And you're going to have your introduction to beach lifesaving. So we're going to start with a warm-up jog, and then we'll go into the water.
After warming up with some running on the shore, we learned the hand signals that lifeguards use to communicate, and after that it was time to finally go into the water. We learned how to dive like a lifeguard, which is actually also similar to dolphins, so we were able to move around in the water as fast as possible.
Very simple, but this is a lifeguard's bread and butter. It stops anybody from grabbing hold of me and pulling me under. So what it is, I've got a strap, and I go like that. And I put this either over my shoulder or over my head, and I can swim out. So that's the main bit of kit we use, and the second is the board. So the first thing you have to do before you can rescue anybody is learn how to paddle it.
Who doesn't mind putting someone's head on their backside?
I'm fine with that.
Are you happy with him putting you right? Yeah.
Right. Left. Right.
Right, hi guys. How did you enjoy that?
I loved it. It was really enjoyable. Sometimes I thought it was even a bit too enjoyable, because it should, as you said, it should also be a bit of hard work and not just enjoyment. I would love to have a second time.
Yeah, I really enjoyed myself, but it was definitely harder than you made it look like.
I'm also just a bit humbled seeing you guys do it.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, well you've always got to be humble.
So
You've always got to be humble around
We've got
my
a
wife.
few years on you.
Yeah. What we saw today, the most important thing about being a lifeguard is that you are enthusiastic.
Yes, very much.
And you're prepared to have a go at it. And that's what you did, so well done.
Thank you, Elaine and Chris. Wow, I love their enthusiasm. With a bit more training, I think Marcy and Marit could make an amazing lifeguarding team.
Do you think we can be a great lifeguarding couple as well?
Well, I think we certainly have the looks for it.
Oh, for sure. Let's go back to our reporters and follow them further on their journey around Bournemouth.
Ooh, that was so much more intense than I expected it to be. But I'm glad to be back in my own clothes.
Yeah, me too. But actually I have to go right now because I know a really good lookout spot and I have to find my next beach hero from there.
Oh, okay, I guess. Well, I'm curious to hear your story afterwards.
Yeah,
I'll see you later. Bye. So, while Marcy's on his way to his next destination, wherever that might be, I have already arrived. And I think I see our next beach hero over there. So let's have a look. Right now we are at the beach where I will be visiting a Wild and Free surf therapy session. Wild and Free is a non-profit organization that offers disadvantaged children an opportunity to enjoy the beach, surfing and the sea. We met Emily there, the founder of Wild and Free Therapy, who sat down with me to tell more about what she does.
We set up Wild and Free Therapy because we felt really passionate that being able to access the beach and everything it has to offer should be accessible to everyone, and we could see there were clear barriers in place where there were certain groups of the community that couldn't access things that we enjoyed so much, and it just seemed like a really great opportunity to be able to bring blue space therapy to the whole community, and particularly to those people that need it the most. A session generally would involve meeting and welcoming the person or the group, and we have a grounding exercise, a kind of mindfulness exercise at the beginning where we like to try to get their emotional state really regulated and calm, and just be in the moment where we are just here on the beach and we are enjoying being by the water and having some nice calm thoughts, recognising our emotions. And then we'll just go at the pace of the group or the students. So if we have someone with a physical disability, then we'll work out what adaptations are needed and what support they need. If we have people who have perhaps maybe more of a mental health need or support, or maybe a learning disability, then we just work at the pace that they need. Sometimes it doesn't even involve a surfboard. Sometimes they're just happy to play in the water and that's enough. We're surfing and there's a lot of adrenaline and physical movement, so every session's different, but the most important part of what we do is that we work at the pace of the people that we're working with.
Wild and Free Therapy already helped a lot of children, such as Kate's kid, Teddy, who shared her experience with me. Kate, tell me, why did you sign your kid up for this?
Well, Teddy's been home educated now for about a year, and he's been really nervous and anxious about going to groups and that kind of thing, and I saw this one advertised on one of the home ed Facebook groups, and thought he would love it because he loves the beach and he loves the sea, and I just thought it was perfect for him.
So what was your favorite thing that you saw of him during the session?
Oh, definitely having the confidence to join in and get on the surfboard and being one of the first ones to try and ride a wave was just really, really brilliant and really lovely to see.
Behind every person, there's always a story hidden, and Emily shared hers with me.
My relationship with the beach is quite personal because I have an 11-year-old boy who has disabilities, and he couldn't interact with society when he was born, and in fact even now not properly, and we discovered that the beach was his really safe place and it was his happy place, and he learnt to walk on the beach when he was 4. He learnt to roll over. My whole family have been around me for that, and being at the beach made me feel like I was just in touch with him more, and I was just able to disregard the rest of the world and just go at his pace. And I guess that made me realise that if that works for me and my family, then it can work for so many other people. Everyone's different, not everyone's like my son, everyone has very different needs, but it's been a really good opportunity to reflect on my own personal experiences and see how that we can use those to help other families. Blue space therapy is an amazing, powerful thing. You are helping yourself to be healthier in your mind and more emotionally regulated, and you can have more positive interactions with other people and build characteristics. You can build more resilience, and there's all sorts of evidence to suggest that to be by water can really help in so many ways.
It was so interesting to watch this surf therapy. So while Marcy is still meeting with this treasure hunter, I'm gonna head over there now to meet him afterwards.
it seems like Marit is having some difficulties. So let's take time for a short commercial break.
We will be back with you soon to share more inspiring stories. Stay tuned.
This is what your life would look like without Brella Buddy. Do you really want to look like this? Brella Buddy will notify you to make your gloomy mood better through the click of a button.
Hi, what is your destination on this beautiful rainy day?
To Flying High, please.
Great, let's go!
Before Brella Buddy, my life was miserably wet. Now my life has changed for the better. Without my rainy day friend, I would have never arrived happy and high to my destination. Thanks, Brella Buddy!
Rainy weather? Brella Buddy makes it better.
I already know you have a crippling phone addiction. How do I know? This morning I found out the true potential of the Hub app. Let me show you.
Magazines are so old-fashioned. Here you go, Hub app. You can find whatever you want.
You can read. You can also watch different content. And a well-known feature is Hub Radio. Download the BUAS Hub app today on App Store and Google Play.
Welcome back to Beach Heroes. Our next hero is now here live in the studio. He has had a passion for surfing since the age of 13. However, certain difficulties prevented him from pursuing his dreams.
He is now an adaptive surfer for Team England, and today in the studio he will tell us about how he overcame his challenges and got back into the water. Welcome to the studio, Mark.
Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
So, you're an adaptive surfer. What does that mean?
I was an able-bodied surfer for years and years. Unfortunately, I have multiple sclerosis, and obviously that stopped my surfing for about 10 years. I ended up getting into parasurfing through some friends and family pushing me into it, and now I'm into a whole new world of parasurfing and have the privilege of representing England.
Wow, that's awesome. So you brought your board with us today. Can you maybe show us and tell us how the board works? And
well, it's very bright for starters. With adaptive surfing and with parasurfing, what we have is you have hand grips on there as well. So you can see I've got these surf deck grips. These give me that extra control on the board so I can turn a lot sharper as well.
Yeah.
I've also got hand grip there at the top as well, which my pushers and catchers when I'm in the water. I have a pusher to push me into the waves, and I have a catcher, my friend Dean, who will catch me the other end, and then they drag me back out, and then obviously I catch my next wave in. So it's a full circle.
Yeah. Wow. So are you working towards a goal right now?
Yes, I am. At the moment, hopefully I'm going to compete again this year, providing I do okay in the English Open in Bristol at the Wave next month, for the World Championships, the Parasurfing World Championships in Huntington Beach, California.
Cool. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
Are there like people who motivate you in this whole process to your goal?
I think for myself as well, obviously being an able-bodied surfer and then started surfing, doing parasurfing, I think what makes you think to yourself, right, that's it, I'm never going to be able to do my thing I love, my hobby, and then the flip side, I found myself getting into parasurfing, and I love it as much as I did when I was an able-bodied surfer. So if anything happens to you and you can't do what you love, have a look, find another way around it and adapt.
Yeah.
That's so great. So you mentioned Dean before, right?
Yes.
Who is he? Can you tell us a bit
Dean
more?
is my wingman. He's my my chauffeur. He's my go-to man. He looks after me. He also takes me out in the water. He trains me on land as well. Puts me through my paces. I wouldn't be able to reach where I've got to now if it wasn't for Dean and the other members of the team and my family.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, well, speaking of Dean, we have actually invited him to the studio. So welcome, Dean.
Hi, Dean.
So, Dean, thank you for being here.
Sorry.
Can you tell me a bit more about how you train with Mark?
Yes, we do a lot of land-based training, working on his core strength and basically his flexibility as well, because he's riding in a different way than we normally would as surfers.
Yeah.
And also water-based training, getting him out in the water, getting him used to lying on his board and swimming around and throwing him into waves when we can, really.
That's so nice. Could you guys actually show us?
Yeah, we could do some exercises with you.
Sure, no problems.
Okay.
We have 2 sets of resistance bands for you as well.
Yeah.
One for us, one for you.
Which
so
one do you
choose a
want?
colour, whichever you'd like.
Blue.
Blue?
Yeah, blue
Blue's
matches
the
us.
colour. Yep, okay. Lovely. So Dean will take over there and he'll show you what we're doing. You just follow us.
Okay,
So you,
yes.
oh, I need this? Okay.
Yes,
Yeah?
so you can pass the hand grips forward,
Yeah.
like this. And then we're going to stand behind.
Yeah.
And we're just going to hold the middle here.
Yeah.
And then you're just going to work your chest flies.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to be taking the arms out to the side and then squeezing them together in the front.
There we are.
And how often do you train like this?
We try and get a couple of sessions in a week. You know, so we're hitting quite a few hours every month.
Yeah.
We'll just do 4 more reps of this and then we'll change the exercise.
Okay.
Ooh, it's getting heavy.
Come on, Ben,
Yes,
you can do it.
Just go 1 more then.
I didn't know I was going to do a workout.
And from here we can change the angle, so we can drop down
Oh, okay.
with the band, and we can hold it at a lower point here.
Yeah.
And then you can work your arm curls, much like doing a bicep curl.
Yes.
Just bringing it up that
Come on,
way.
Ben.
You'll be like Arnold Schwarzenegger pretty quick. That's it. That's it. You can feel the burn. Feel the burn.
Oh, I really
after a
do,
while.
yeah.
There we are, yeah.
So Mark, how do these exercises help you train towards your goal?
These give me obviously my legs don't work too well, so the top half of my body, this gives me that extra strength to hold onto the board and help turn the board.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I won't have the advantage that I need with that core upper body strength.
Yeah.
And Mark, is there anything you want to share or have a message for our viewers?
I think just whatever hurdles life puts in front of you, and everyone will come across them, no matter how big, just plough straight through them best you can.
Yeah.
Come out the other side, you're a better person for it.
Wow, that's very lovely.
That's a pleasure.
And I think you have a lovely support team with you as well.
I'm very lucky. I'm a lucky man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh, we'll wish you the best of luck with everything you're going to do.
Thank you. Thank you very
so
much.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you for showing us the exercises.
Pleasure. Absolute pleasure.
I think Bente will.
Yeah. That's it.
I'll have the
you'll
muscles
be
now.
fine.
Okay. Well, thank you, Mark and Dean, for sharing your inspiring story and for sharing your positive mindset with us.
Someone else who brings much positivity into people's life is our next beach hero. Let's check in with Marcy to see who they are.
I am almost at my next stop, Fisherman's Beach, where I have an appointment with my next beach hero. Come with me. Our next hero, Darren Wiles, finds lost items on the beach and returns them to their rightful owners. He showed me the process of finding something in the sand, and I even got to try it out myself. So Darren, people can see you often here on the beach doing your metal detecting. Can you please explain to us what you're exactly doing here?
Yeah, I'm often on the beaches because people call me. They'll tag me on Facebook, they'll message me, WhatsApp me, because they might have lost something valuable or something sentimental. So it's never really about the value of the item, it's generally about what it means to them as a family.
Did you ever expect it to turn into something this big?
No, not at all. I mean, it's metal detecting.
Yeah. Yes.
Who'd have thought that would end up being something like this? And yeah, it is a hobby now, and it's not something that, well, actually, it's not a hobby, it's more of a service. Yeah. And I work full time as well, and I have a family. So trying to fit it all in is tight, but yeah, no, I do what I can, and hopefully I make a lot of people happy.
There has even been a wall painting on this beach, done a few recently. What did you think when you first saw that?
I was totally shocked. I had no idea about it. I was tagged in a comment on Facebook after I posted that I'd found a ring for someone. Once I found out who it was, I asked him how long it took him to make it, and it took him 6 days. I had a lot of pride in that, and I don't normally say that, but for me to say that, I think it's quite a big thing.
Yeah. That's beautiful. And you also have a Facebook group, right?
Yeah.
I imagine that group just keeps growing and growing. Does it also kind of turn into a community of people who know each other, or is it more just that? We spoke to one of the 200 people that Darren helped. Here's what she had to say.
Yeah, so next thing we know, we get a phone call and he's found the ring. He literally found it within 15 minutes. And when I tell you, we screamed down the phone. We were literally screaming as if the whole street could hear us. It was like England had scored or won a game in the Euros. It was brilliant.
After showing me the process of finding something on the beach, I also get to see his collection of items that have yet to be returned to their owners.
So these are ones that I've found over the years where I've not been able to recover them to any people. So use a selection of silver rings. You've got a lot of silver ones at the top, kind of just stainless steel ones, and then some kind of slightly earrings.
They're beautiful, wow.
Different, different like kind of pearly earrings with a few kind of fake diamonds in there. But yeah, so they're a selection of the rings I've found where I've not been able to return them to any owners.
What Darren didn't know was that we had a little surprise in store for him to show our appreciation for his work.
Wow. The thing is, even though we know you don't like presents for what you do, we wanted to give you something because we think that you're a beach hero. So we wanted to surprise you a bit.
Oh my god, that's incredible.
We were here a bit early.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
No, I appreciate that. Oh,
I hope it makes you happy.
I'm literally shocked. That is amazing. How did you know I was going to go over it?
We knew where it was.
Wow, that is incredible. Oh, thank you.
Like it?
Really appreciate it. Yeah, I absolutely love it. It's made my day.
Aww.
It's brilliant. Thank you.
I'm happy you like it.
No, thank you very much. Give you all a hug.
Hey!
What happened? I thought we were meeting at Darren's place.
Yeah, I know. I had some issues with my bike, but how was it with the treasure hunter anyway?
It was actually very fun. I actually managed to try out some metal detecting myself.
Oh, really? Did you find anything interesting?
Yeah, so...
Sorry, you forgot your wallet on the Ferris wheel.
Oh my god, that's so nice of you. Thank you very much.
Excuse me? I thought we had an agreement about the Ferris wheel.
Yeah, we did. Well, anyways, we had a very fun time today at Bournemouth Beach. We met some incredible people who told us some very good stories. And we'll be back next time with more stories from the beaches around the UK.
Goodbye.
Well, wasn't that a packed show full of all kinds of beach heroes around Bournemouth?
It was really interesting to see how heroes can take shape in all different ways. Hey, Marit, Martin, welcome to the studio. So, Marit, how was it going around and meeting all these Bournemouth beach heroes?
Well, I thought it was really interesting. We did some great activities and they all had such incredible stories and I just really enjoyed it.
It looked so much fun.
Yeah.
And Martin, what did you bring to the studio with us today?
Well, we actually brought some presents because we don't want our lovely beach heroes to go home empty-handed, and we would like to reward them and thank them for helping us. So I'd like to hand this to you guys.
That is so sweet. So, Dean, Mark, I have a Bournemouth Beach trophy for you because you're our true Bournemouth Beach hero.
Thank you very much.
So
Thank you.
we have
Wonderful.
the same for you because it was so great to have you here in the studio, and we really think you're our beach heroes for us.
Thank you. That's amazing.
You guys
well,
are
thank
doing
you very
lovely
much.
work.
Yeah,
There you
thank
go.
you for being here.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Thanks.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. Let's have a look then. Let's have a look. Whoa.
They look really cool.
They're really nice.
Yeah.
Superman. I like it's got the Superman badge.
So what a day it's been. We have learned so much from exercising with Mark and Dean to seeing the amazing class with Emily, learning a lot from lifeguards Elaine and Chris, and finding real treasures with Darren.
We hope you've enjoyed learning about the lives of our beach heroes. Thank you so much for watching. See you next time.
Because we think you are all so, you do such a great thing here with like helping these children, and yeah, thank you so much for like letting us film here, and
It's a pleasure.
yeah.
That made me a bit emotional, that. That's just really Oh, that is so cool. That is so cool.